What are you watching?
What are you watching? Elodie, le film!
I still remember the day I arrived at Is Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda. I was so excited to spend my Réveillon 2021 with my loved ones, but little did I know that my dreams would soon turn into a nightmare. As I stepped into the hotel, I was greeted with a facade that seemed so promising, but beneath the surface lay a labyrinth of problems waiting to unravel. The first thing I noticed was the lack of assistance with our luggage. We had traveled for hours, and all we needed was a helping hand, but the receptionist seemed too busy to care. My 2.5-year-old son was crying, and I needed some milk for him, but the receptionist bluntly told me that they wouldn't be able to provide it until morning. I was shocked. How could a hotel not have basic amenities like milk for children? It was a red flag, but I chose to ignore it, hoping that the rest of our stay would be better. But it only got worse. Our room was located next to the housekeeping storage, and the noise was unbearable. I had to beg the staff to change our room, but even that was a struggle. The new room they provided was not only inferior but also had a malfunctioning air conditioner. I was sweating like crazy, and my son was getting restless. I couldn't believe that a hotel like Is Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda, couldn't even provide a comfortable room. But the horror didn't stop there. The internet connection was pathetic. I had to switch rooms 3 times just to get a decent signal. And when I finally managed to get online, the speed was slower than a snail's pace. I was trying to work remotely, but it was impossible. I felt like I was stuck in the Stone Age. And then, there was the issue of maintenance. Or should I say, the lack of it? Our room had 2 infiltrations that flooded the entrance and bathroom. We had to wake up in the middle of the night to find our belongings soaked. The staff seemed helpless, and all they could offer was a half-hearted apology. I was livid. How could a hotel not take care of its infrastructure? But the cherry on top was the attitude of the staff. They seemed so unbothered, so uncaring. When I lost an artifact I had purchased from the village, the manager claimed that they had reviewed the footage and didn't see anyone entering my room except the housekeeping staff and the person responsible for spraying insecticide. It was as if they were trying to blame me for my own misfortune. And don't even get me started on the breakfast. The utensils were made of cheap plastic, and the food was inedible. I was expecting a luxurious spread, but what I got was a sorry excuse for a meal. The water jug was an old, faded red plastic thing that looked like it had been sitting in the corner for years. It was a symbol of the hotel's lack of attention to detail, their complete disregard for their customers' comfort. As I reflect on my stay at Is Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda, I realized that it was a masterclass in incompetence. It was a hotel that had given up on its customers, a hotel that had lost its way. And I'm not the only one who thinks so. I've seen so many reviews that echo my sentiments. It's a hotel that needs to wake up, to smell the coffee, to realize that their customers deserve better. So, dear friends, let this be a warning to you. Don't make the same mistake I did. Avoid Is Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda, like the plague. They don't deserve your hard-earned money, your trust, or your loyalty. What do you think, friends? Have you had a similar experience at Is Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's raise our voices and demand better from these hotels. Together, we can make a difference. The reality of businesses near Is Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda. Businesses near Is Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda, are a masterclass in disappointment. They promise charm, convenience, and quality, yet deliver confusion, frustration, and wallets lighter than a tourist's patience. Let's start with shopping dAjuda. Shops here treat customers like trespassers rather than guests. One visitor needed to use the restroom and was told it was for clients only even though his friends had just spent money there. The staff's hospitality? Locked away tighter than the bathroom key. Prices here flirt with Miami luxury but forget to bring Miami service or selection. Tourists wander in, wallets open, and leave wondering if they accidentally donated to a how not to run a business seminar. Then there's Ecological Paradise Inn, where the only thing ecological is the amount of natural neglect. Guests report broken promises, SPA services that vanish like morning mist, breakfast orders forgotten, and staff whose smiles are rarer than a sunny day in London. One bride-to-be described her stay as a tragicomedy: no electricity, no internet, and a receptionist who scolded her wedding guests for existing. The crowning insult? Being charged 15 reais to borrow an empty plate. For a place with paradise in the name, it's closer to purgatory. Hungry? Fabrizio Gastronomia will ensure you leave less hungry. But only because disappointment kills appetites. This Italian restaurant serves identity crises on every plate: frozen meat disguised as gourmet, risottos that taste like regret, and a maitre d' whose idea of customer service is arguing with patrons over incorrect orders. One diner on their honeymoon was served the wrong dish, told to eat it anyway, and then handed a bill as if they were the inconvenience. The only thing authentic here is the audacity. Need caffeine? Santa's Cafe is where coffee dreams go to die. The decor is Instagram worthy, the experience is Instagram regrettable. Tastes range from meringue that smells like a science experiment to sandwiches so small they're practically invisible. The staff's attention span is shorter than the espresso shots, if you're lucky enough to be noticed at all. One couple was ignored for 15 minutes, then served in plastic cups as if they were at a gas station. The real miracle here? Anyone returning for a second visit. For sightseeing, Safe Harbor Lighthouse is less safe and more harbor of despair. Visitors expecting a majestic beacon get a sad, neglected tower, no entry, no charm, just aggressive street vendors and the crushing realization that the best view is the one away from it. Even Barcelona and Pico das Cores can't decide if it's a bar, a mystery, or a placeholder for something better. Reviews are either blank or bafflingly vague, like the business itself. The verdict: businesses near Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel operate on a simple formula: charge premium prices, deliver budget headaches, and treat tourists as walking ATMs. The area's beauty is undeniable, but the moment you open your wallet, the magic fades faster than a tan in winter. Travelers, beware, your patience will be tested, your expectations will be lowered, and your only guaranteed satisfaction will be leaving. And if you spot a business here that doesn't disappoint, alert the media. It'll be breaking news. Sigh. So, I was looking into scams near Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda, because, tourists should know, right? And, it's just sad how people take advantage. Okay, so, businesses near Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda. Some of them, they try to trick you with prices. Like, this one souvenir shop, oh my god, they had no prices on anything. And when this tourist, let's call her Maria, picked a little bracelet, the guy said, "Oh, that's 100 reais." But Maria saw the exact same bracelet at another shop for 20. She argued, but the guy just shrugged, take it or leave it. What a scammer. She probably left, feeling so cheated, And that guy? Still there, probably doing it to the next person. Then, restaurants near Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda. Some add extra charges to your bill. Like, this couple, let's say João and Ana, they ordered 2 mojitos and a pizza. The menu said 25 reais per drink, but the bill came with 40 each. And the waiter was like, "Oh, special ingredients." Special ingredients? Really? They probably paid because they didn't want trouble. But how unfair is that? And the restaurant? Still open, still scamming. Oh, and taxis. Some drivers near Enseada dos Corais Praia Hotel, Arraial dAjuda, they forget to turn on the meter. So this tourist, let's say Luca, got in, and the driver said, "Fixed price, 80 reais to the hotel." But it's, a 5-minute ride. Luca argued, but the driver just dropped him off early. Probably left him feeling so frustrated. And that driver? Still out there, ripping people off. It's just, why do people have to be like this? Tourists just want to enjoy their vacation, And then they get tricked. It's so disappointing.